Colts, Jags in the AFC South, Steelers, Ravens in the AFC North, Bears, Packers in the NFC North. The Thursday night, Cowboys won 3 straight to get back into the playoff chase, but a loss to the Lions dropped their chances to 8%. Detroit also on the outside looking in, which is stunning when you really think about it. This Detroit team was so good a year ago. They lost the coordinators, have been banged up, and that's such is life in the NFL this time of year. Let's bring in our NFL insider, Dan Graziano. So, Graz, the biggest storyline 24 hours out, the status of Amon-Ra St. Brown. What needs to happen for him to give it a go tomorrow night?
Matt, he needs to become convinced that he can plant and stop and cut on that sprained ankle. And as of now, that has not happened. He's officially listed as questionable for the game tomorrow night. He was officially listed as did not practice Monday, Tuesday, and again today. I'm told he was able to do some work on the side all 3 days, including today, and will continue to try and work it out throughout the day tomorrow. Again, needs to make sure that he can do those functional movement things that he needs to do for that short area stuff he's so good at. Dan Campbell, their head coach, said earlier this week that it would be a game time decision, and it is shaping up to be exactly that. We may not know until an hour and a half before the game whether Amon-Ra St. Brown can play.
Okay, so no surprise here. Jameson Williams had his best game of the season on Thanksgiving, 144 yards and a score with Amon-Ra out. Graz, thank you.
Third thing you need to know is who's going to be in first in the AFC North Sunday. Steelers, Ravens, both 6-6, and coming off bad losses. Mike Tomlin's hearing boo birds in Pittsburgh. Two-time MVP Lamar Jackson hasn't thrown a TD pass in 3 games. It's a career worst, and it's really a get right for both of these teams. For more, we're going to welcome in both reporters, Ravens reporter Jameson Henley and Steelers reporter Brooke Pryor. Brooke, I'll start with you. What is the message in the Pittsburgh locker room as the team looks to stop this recent slide?
Well, Matt, it's fitting that I'm doing this hit outside the building because, as you mentioned, there's been a lot of outside noise here in Pittsburgh, from the boo birds to the chance to fire Tomlin to the podcast from former players saying that perhaps it's time to clean house. But the players I spoke with today spent their time in the locker room standing up for their head coach.
The fans have a right to be mad, but I'm not calling for anybody's job. I mean, that's a man that I hold high and in high regard with Coach T and how he carries himself and how he takes a lot of criticism. We'll be better because they're used to winning. They're used to putting Lombardis in the trophy case. So we just, like I keep saying, we just got to hold up our end of the bargain.
I don't feel like this team has a freak out or a panic that I need to send a message out to the zeitgeist that everybody needs to just relax a little bit. And we've been playing inconsistent football, that's for sure. We've got to play better. But I have confidence in the leadership of the team. I have confidence in my guys, and that we're going to put a better performance in the field this weekend.
And look, Aaron Rodgers today said that he did not practice. The team was indoors. Rodgers, though, as has been practiced since he fractured his wrist a couple weeks ago, is not practicing on Wednesdays, but he said he plans to be back out on the field on Thursday, which is a pivotal practice. He said that last week on Thursday, they did not have a crisp practice. He thinks that that's some of what contributed to the struggles in the passing game against the Bills. Now, also keep an eye on Rodgers' wrist, because I asked him if he was going to adjust the cast that was immobilizing that wrist, and he said he's going to huddle with the trainers, with the equipment staff to see if they need to make any adjustments going into this game against the Ravens.
Yeah, he certainly looks like he's been through it, as we saw in that sound. All right, Jameson, the Ravens coming off that egg they laid against the Bengals on Thanksgiving. What is the latest on Lamar Jackson as they look to get the offense back on track?
Yeah, Christine, the big news today, Lamar Jackson participated in his first Wednesday practice since November 5th. And over the last 3 weeks, Jackson has been dealing with a growing list of injuries, from his knee to his ankle to his toe. Today, he was limited with an ankle injury, but he is set for his first full week of practice since week 10. And that could help him break out of a career worst 3-game slump. Now, inside the Baltimore locker room, the players I talked to, they're all talking about the magnitude of Sunday's first-place battle between the Ravens and the Steelers. Middle linebacker Roquan Smith felt the need to address his teammates, and this is the question he posed to them.
If someone told you you control your own destiny in life or just in anything, like what would you give up? And I'm sure a lot of people would say, heck yeah, sign me up for that. And we're in that position right now. It starts with this game right here, and this forget everything from the past. It's more so about this week. And this week it's the Pittsburgh Steelers, and obviously we're tied right now, so it's a big matchup. But at the end of the day, it's still the game of football, and we just have to go out and play our brand of football. And if we do that, we'll like our chances.
Yeah, and a lot of the newcomers here in Baltimore that I spoke with, they said they have been repeatedly told that you're not a Raven until you beat the Steelers. And cornerback Marlon Humphrey told me that if you're a player and you cannot get up for this game, it says a lot whether you're a Raven or not.
Yeah, and the Ravens are 6-point favorites, that according to DraftKings Sportsbook. However, Baltimore right now with a 10-degree lead. 41 degrees in Baltimore, 31 degrees in Pittsburgh. Right now, Jameson, you look like you're more comfortable. Thank you, friends.
Number 4 in the starting 5, the Bears in Lambeau Sunday to take on the Packers. Put on your long underwear. Forecast is high. 17 degrees. The winner of this rivalry, yeah, that's my favorite number, by the way. The winner of this rivalry will be in first place in the NFC North, but these teams play each other twice in the next 3 weeks, and this is the first time since 2001 that both teams enter 5 or more games over 500. Rob Domofsky is on the scene.
Christine, there's 2 ways to approach a game of this magnitude. Downplay it or embrace it. The Packers are choosing to embrace Sunday's game against the Chicago Bears here at Lambeau Field. Christian Watson, their star receiver, said it's a huge game. Quarterback Jordan Love said it's a big game for sure. And when I asked them why they're taking that approach, Love said for obvious reasons. It's for first place in the NFC North. And Watson, well, he said that's the only way to embrace it. You have to go into it knowing that it is a big game.
I feel like we needed a 2-shot to talk about long underwear, but we got to move to the NBA now. Number 5 in the starting 5. Dead of the night. The Clippers sent franchise legend Chris Paul home to LA from Atlanta. Said he's no longer on the team. Clippers president Lawrence Frank said the team would work with the 40-year-old on his next steps, which could include his release, a buyout, or a trade. It was Frank earlier today.
We did not make this move because of our underperformance. He had nothing to do with that. I take full responsibility for our record. We are not scapegoating Chris Paul. Some moves you make, roster moves you make, just like you have great intentions, and some work and some don't. And I own that. And this one just didn't work at this time.
This was Paul's technically his 15th team?
Yeah.
Has he played?
That's
for
how
half
you
the
counted
league?
earlier. He has, but
bizarre.
he's a veteran.
It's just weird.
He's a vet. He's going to go to the Hall of Fame.
They almost Lane Kiffined him on the tarmac.
It's crazy that they left him.
I want to know more of what.
Go home. That's so rude.
I know. Just hey, just wait till we get back to LA, but they decided not to.
Exactly. Still to come on SportsCenter, we try to keep it happy on the Happy Hour edition, but who's angry with the latest CFP rankings? Me. That just ahead in our take 2. Plus, it's the time of year to check to get wrapped. You may have listened to 10,000 songs, but we have the best